There was once a man, and his name was Orion. Where he came from, that is a mystery. Some say he was born among slaves, fed and raised by no one worth remembering. Some say he was a disgraced noble, for no other man would ever bear the moniker of the mad executor. Some say he was not a man at all, but a creature from those flickering moments that madmen see in their dreams. Some say he never even existed, and was born not as a being, but as an idea, that even the golden lords can fall like any other man. And yet all who know his name will agree upon one thing: those who listen to his words would never remain the same. Know this: none are ever exempt from sin. Not monsters, not animals, not even our own kin. With monstrosities born from our faults that lie within, thick with misery and revulsion, we forge them into an iron skin. We are the Ouroboros, and from their shadow and sin we begin.
Lust was my sin.
That bastard finally admitted his folly with 4 simple words. Fool. Nothing more than a love-stricken fool. Who else would be blind enough to ignore our fading empire crumbling under its own weight? Our mistakes with infestation? Our potential extinction by the sentients? I would live and die through 1,000 lifetimes if it meant I could stand before him just once, and only once, so I could cut his throat myself! What purpose drives his putrid soul? Love? Pathetic. Whatever love he feels is nothing more than a false passion. Else why does he look upon his own people with eyes of scorn? Many times I've been locked away from the world within a golden prison. Many times I've grappled with the chasms of my own mind. No matter how much pain I hold within me, no matter how many burdens I bear, I never let anything slip away. For the love I carry for my fellow kind is always greater. And yet he does not reciprocate that false love he bears for that woman to anyone else but himself. Arrogance. That is why we will all know oblivion soon enough. We clothe our demons in sin and arm them with our anguish. Force them to fight a war that was caused by our ignorance and shower them with false honors and glory. Children, untold numbers of children, all wearing suits of armor forged from the flames of our desperation and self-indulgence, to fight a war that was never even theirs. And yet we expect them to deliver us from our grisly fate. We are plagued with arrogance, and it will be the end of us. Our past mistakes have forged our current present, which will build our future demise. I have seen the very nature of the faults which define us, and there is but one constant: our sin. But what can I do? What can I do? nothing. In the grand scale of the cosmos, we are but a single speck of sand, and all we can do is scream and attempt to convince ourselves that we are not insignificant. But it doesn't matter. The gods are watching, but they will not intervene, for this is what we deserve. And yet, the very same men, women, and children that look upon me and speak my name with fear and reverence do so with eyes of mockery. But it doesn't matter. I have walked across a world that wishes to snuff our empire from existence, knowing with every step along my journey that I will not die. For so long as my name escapes the lips of any man, woman, or child, I cannot be wounded, as I have made peace with death. But it doesn't matter. Those who rule over the heavens look down at us with disgust and contempt. For how else would you greet those who have become tainted by our gluttony for eternal authority? Infected by our own wrath from the darkest corners of our consciousness, poisoned by our envy of the gods that deny us, afflicted by the sloth of our past, future, and present, contaminated by the greed that runs deep within our hearts and souls, polluted by pride-based the lies which built our collapsing reality, defiled by lust that maddens our pursuit of power like a rabid animal chasing hunger. How would anyone greet any filth like us? I do not know, for I lost my sanity long ago, and yet I do not look for it has not bothered to look for me. How do we see ourselves differently than others see us? Why do our impressions of ourselves sometimes end up like so much shattered glass? The reflections in our souls show us the truths we can't escape. They show me the lies we've believed, the pain I've endured. I see all the people we've used, betrayed, and hurt. I close my eyes against them, but they won't go away. Not only do the reflections show the pain I've endured, but the pain we've inflicted as well. Flinching away from all this, I take a step back. I don't want to remember, but these reflections of our past won't let me be. How hard I tried to build up these walls. Years it took, and now it only takes a few moments to break them down again. These reflections quickly crumble my walls, exposing the pain, making old wounds roar once more. I'm screaming in my head, "Make it stop! Make it stop!" But it doesn't matter. We've reached a point where lies come easier than the truth, and the truth was that we were not liars, but we would do anything to avoid divine punishment, even if it meant consorting with sin. But it doesn't matter. My soul has dried and cracked, hardened to the core. My heart has bled dry, shedding itself of all life. My spirit has withered into a small dry stump of nothing. My courage has collapsed and shed into a million pieces. My will has fled and left me feeling worthless and useless. My joy has become no more than a distant memory of better times. These things, these drastic things, these horrible times, I have made myself discouraged and downtrodden. What can I do? What can I say? What things can I do? My love of life has hunkered down in dismay and is crying. My free spirit has fallen prey to heavy chains of doom. And yet, I saw God staring back at me in the mirror with the face of a child, but the soul of a demon. Epiphany came over me. The gods would not be the ones to punish us. The children were. At that moment, I smiled and whispered my last words. And with a beautiful smile, I looked to the stars, understanding that for you the future is worthwhile, despite bearing innumerable scars.